Now, let's talk about Zach Wilson, the BYU quarterback who is entering the 2021 NFL Draft. I'm lower on Zach Wilson than most people. In fact, I think Zach Wilson is an overrated prospect. Now, let me be very clear. Just because I call a guy overrated and just because I say I'm lower on someone than, maybe per se the mass media, that doesn't mean that I don't think that player brings good traits to the table. Okay? That just means he isn't quite my cup of tea. And, I've heard Zach Wilson be compared to Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, and Baker Mayfield. And I don't think Zach Wilson is any of those guys. And I don't think he should be compared to those guys at all. In fact, I don't think he's ever going to be as good as Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray. Or dare I say Baker Mayfield, because I think Baker Mayfield's really darn good. And Baker Mayfield, when he was coming out of college, he was better than what Zach Wilson is right now. No doubt about it, in my opinion. I'll take Baker Mayfield over Zach Wilson any day of the week without thinking twice, okay? Now, what is there to like about Zach Wilson before I get into sort of the negatives, okay? Zach Wilson is an accurate passer. He throws a really good spiral, okay? He's a consistent thrower of the football, and his down-the-field accuracy at times, to me, watching him at BYU, and by the way, I watched every single throw, it was very impressive, and he really understands the game of football because he's going to throw the ball to a spot where only his wide receiver, sometimes more than not, can make a play, It's one thing to throw to the right neighborhood. It's another thing to throw to the right house. And sometimes Zach Wilson will throw it to a spot where literally only his guy can make a play. I like that trait, okay? And Zach Wilson does make some good off-platform throws. He's shown the ability to throw the ball from different arm angles, and he does it consistently. So I do like that. I kind of understand why people, sadly, are making the comparisons to Rodgers, Mahomes, etc. Because you see those guys using different arm angles. They're really flashy. And Zach Wilson has a little bit of that. He's not those guys, but he does, play with a little bit of flash to him, But look, here's the thing. I'm labeling Zach Wilson a good, solid prospect. I don't think he's transcendent, and I don't think he's great, okay? I don't quite see special in Zach Wilson. I don't see transcendent. Maybe if he goes to a team like the 49ers where he has a great roster and a great coaching staff around him, maybe he reaches that level. But I have my concerns. First of all, he's had some injuries in college. He's not the most durable guy, and he's kind of small. He has a small frame. I worry about him taking hits at the next level. I worry about his durability, and the best ability is availability. That's one thing, okay? And I don't quite buy into his playing style because Zach Wilson holds on to the ball way too long at times, and he sort of encourages chaos. And he likes to play out of rhythm a lot, which is fine if you're Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes, but I don't think you can consistently be a starting quarterback that plays out of rhythm as much as Zach Wilson unless you're incredibly talented, okay? And I don't think that he's as talented as some of the upper echelon quarterbacks. At BYU, Zach Wilson was not pressured a lot. He didn't play a lot of elite competition at BYU. He played a cupcake schedule this past year. Sort of was only a one-year wonder. And look, I understand that you can recognize talent, whether the schedule is hard or not. But I think Zach Wilson's arm strength and his arm talent, his ability to move around and make plays is a little bit overrated. I don't think he's as fast as the tape shows. I don't see him being able to really always escape these defenders like he did in college. I think that he, at the NFL level, by my standards, he's a tad bit slow, I don't see him being able to escape those guys. And I think his arm talent is a little bit overrated. His ball placement is good at times, but when he's pressured and when there's pressure in his face, he at times is not very good. And versus Coastal Carolina, he wasn't very good, the best team he played last year, okay? That was as close to an NFL defense as you would see, and Zach Wilson struggled under pressure. He wasn't very good, and I struggle to embrace Zach Wilson. There's just something missing to me about his game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his talent that I think is a little bit overrated. I just don't know, and here's the thing. I don't think Zach Wilson is going to be able to fit the ball into tight windows as much as he did in college because I do think his arm strength is a little bit overrated. I think his ceiling is not as high as some people think it is. I don't know how much better Zach Wilson can get as a player, okay? And that might be fine. That might be your cup of tea. If you want a guy with a really high floor, Zach Wilson might be your guy. But I'm not sure if Zach Wilson is a franchise-changing quarterback. I'm not sure. It's not obvious to me when I watch the tape. And at least compared to his contemporaries, Justin Fields, even Trey Lance to a certain degree, definitely Trevor Lawrence. I'm not taking Zach Wilson over those guys. I'm just not. I don't quite see the special in him. I think that he had a great season, and he does a lot of good things, but not enough to the point where I say that guy is a franchise-changing quarterback. He's a good prospect. He's solid, but I don't think Zach Wilson is a guy that I would take in the top 3 or the top 5 potentially. If I had to, and if I was really forced to, if I was desperate for a quarterback, I would. But, Zach Wilson to me is kind of a one-year wonder. I've heard about Justin Fields for a long time. Trevor Lawrence has a body of work that I like, I understand that even Trey Lance was a one-year wonder, but I think Trey Lance is more talented than, a guy like Zach Wilson. So, look, I do like Zach Wilson, but I don't love him, okay? And I will not be shocked if Zach Wilson becomes a bust and disappoints a team potentially like the New York Jets, because I don't even think that he'd be a significant upgrade over Sam Darnold. That's just my opinion. But I will say Zach Wilson's a mystery to me. Is he a future franchise quarterback? Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. But I will say I'm lower on Zach Wilson than most people out there. That's how I feel about him. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.